Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening from wherever you're watching. It's your girl Shanti Corinne again. And today we have very important guest with us. And as you all know, Wanjigi is a prominent figure in our world today, especially Kenya. Okay, when did you realize that you look like Wanjigi?
Well, I realized that I resemble Wanjigi in the year 2022 when he was running for a seat for presidency. I remember the first time we were with some friends in town, and one of them called me Wanjigi, and I wondered, why do you call me Wanjigi? And by then I didn't know who Wanjigi is. And he told me, you look like Wanjigi. He thought maybe I know him. And I now started searching. But you cannot realize you resemble somebody until you go into details. But after some few days, I went out as usual. And when I came back in the evening, my small boy, by then he was 3 years old, he's now 5 years, told me, Daddy, I saw you on TV, I saw you on TV. Then I started becoming more curious, but I realized that it is the same person. He was talking of the same Wanjigi. But we started discussing with my wife, and she told me that you really resemble the man. Yeah.
And is he your role model?
Yeah, he is. After knowing him, I went further and searched more about him, and I realized that he's a very wealthy man. He's an organized man. He's an organized person. And that was when I was young, I think we all know what we will be in future. Everyone knows. You will find that at some point, you tend to maybe prophesy on your future or talk of your future, how you will be in future.
Yes.
And I used to tell my siblings that I'll be a star in our family.
Oh, wow.
That I'll be rich, I'll be very rich, in fact, very rich.
Very rich.
Very rich. And as you know, Jimmy Wanjigi is a very wealthy man.
Yeah.
So, I started following him, trying to search who the person is. I found out that he's a businessman, a very serious businessman. And I just left it that way. Many people tried to tell me we have to look for him and all that, but I told them no. Let's just give it time. But now recently he has started now coming back again. In terms of talking of our governance, our government, the way the leadership is going on right now, of which everybody is almost against. That's now where many people have started knowing him again, more people.
Yeah.
You know, some of these rich people are not known. You see, they have heights in the cities or abroad. But once, I think politics can bring you to limelight. Yeah.
So, have people stopped you maybe on the street thinking you are Wanjigi or something?
Many of them.
Yeah.
I remember one time I was traveling somewhere, and there was a roadblock. And I think police officers were doing their job, stopping vehicles, checking insurance and all that. Venye nilishukisha kioo ya gari,
Yes.
moja akaniambia kwanza, he stepped back some few meters and then he told me, are you Jimmy Wanjigi? And then he saw he saw that I was a young man, and he told me, are you brother to Jimmy Wanjigi? I had to tell him that I am the cousin brother, so that to cut the long story short.
Yeah, right.
So I think from there, he let me proceed with my journey. I left the rest of the guys there. And then I started now thinking again. Yeah. And on the streets, many people have talked to me, even my friends, whom we are working together, those we are doing business together. That is the name that is now moving around. They have nicknamed me Wanjigi, yes.
Do you follow any career like policies and politics according to the resemblance you have with him?
Yes.
Or just because you love politics?
Not really. I'm also coming from a political background.
Okay.
My father was a politician. He was a councillor during Moi era. And we are coming from, our home is a home of leadership here. And I was aspiring to be maybe a leader in future. But due to bad governance and politics of our country, you know, that discourages people a lot.
So you want to tell me that when you knew Wanjigi and he became your role model,
yes,
did it help you? Ilikusaidia ni kugain momentum ya politics ama is it just from your interest?
My prayer is we need an honest and straightforward leader, a person who has a heart for the people.
Yes.
Who can listen to the people, cries of the people, and serve people diligently. That will encourage some of us, because me, I like honesty.
And
honesty,
to cut you short,
yes.
Do you think Wanjigi is an honest person and suits well in political journey that he has?
You see, the moment I started following him or searching on what his policies and his agendas, I realized that this is a man who is not looking for atafuti mwanya ya kubora pesa ya wananchi.
Yes.
You see?
Yeah.
He is looking for a way of leading people or taking our country to the next level. Because if it is money, he already has money. If at all he wants to enjoy his wealth and stay there, he can do that, and he's just a free man doing his own things.
Yeah.
But now, because I've realized that he has a heart to take this country to the next level, or to change the lives of this our young people, I think he's the right person. He's the right man to lead this country.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
And have you ever considered of doing impersonation for professional